Hi everyone, welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mentions. I'm Marianne and welcome Gemini. This is your April reading and well, let me say right off the bat, it is an honor to be here with you. Thank you for tuning in and checking out my channel. I am an intuitive channeler that definitely has intuitive hits as well as psychic downloads, and I like to express them as I'm doing readings, which I will be doing for every sign as I do every month with the tarot. And so I do want to also say that it is April. Happy April to everybody and all the Geminis out there, whether it's your sun, moon, ascendant, Venus or Mercury, your ruling planet. Last week on Wednesday, I believe it was Wednesday, Gemini, I was doing a reading and feeling good and thought, hey, this is cool. I'll get all these out in time, that'd be nice. And in the midst of it, a notification came on saying that my storage on my phone was completely filled. Now that was troublesome in the sense that it's a brand new phone. So, and by the way, last week was probably one of the busiest work weeks that I've had since, I want to say January. I'm not kidding. It's as we enter into April, beautiful Geminis, we are still in the throes of both of the eclipses, Mercury and Venus. But alas, the good news is it's not going to be for too much longer. So I'll talk a little bit about that. We're going to shorten the readings, and I think that'll be good. I have a longer version that I do about more astrology and the mystical parts that I love to talk about in general, and that's on Mondays. And I did upload the last one for the week. So it's called The Collective. It's for all signs. It's all inclusive, and it gets a little more into depth. So, but that's not going to happen now. I'm on a time kind of a crunch, a real time crunch. and so I'm going to do, like I said, a shorter version, but we're going to get to the heart of what matters for the month of April for you, all you beautiful Geminis. Now, I like to start with the chakra check. The gloves and the colors represent energy because I'm a huge component of the recognition of the fact that everything is energy, and colors certainly are part of that. And before I do my readings, I like to talk to the sign I'm about to read for. And in the conversation, my spirit guides told me to wear the blue. The blue represents the throat. So this is about the throat chakra. Let's see what spirit has to say and which one is chosen for you for the month of April, Gemini, because I do it right in front of you. The last one that I read for was the collective, and it was for everybody, the heart chakra. Okay, so I'm going to just put it under this table here. You can see me shuffling a bit. By the way, I changed my format a little. I'm trying to do that. I really am. I'm trying to make things as visually comfortable for you, as well as, of course, sound, so that you hear the message clearly and concisely, like I always ask to. We're just going to do a couple more here, and voila. There you go. That is your chakra for April. I love this chakra so much, and I'll tell you, it makes so much sense. This is the third chakra. This is the chakra that represents our confidence. It's right about here, just below the belly button. Before the sacral chakra, it's our courage, our confidence, our self-belief, our self-reliance. It's just this motivational, beautiful, bright as the sun kind of energy that we have in these energy centers that are known as the chakras. And when I first found out about it, I was fascinated, and that's been a few years back. But I do know, and I'm more sensitive to it, that I do recognize when a certain particular area of the chakras that, I'm speaking of, and there are actually 8 in the body, the 8th being the one that connects us all together in the whole, universal recognition and consciousness. But sometimes they get blocked. Sometimes you can tell a certain area you're just not feeling that confident, or you're feeling there's a restriction there. It's a notable feeling, because it is about energy. And so what I like to do is ask Spirit to let us know and guide us to see, for whatever reason, what this particular, chakra is going to be for you in the month of April. And so for right off the bat, it tells me that Spirit wants you to know that you have the strength of anybody and probably stronger, and not to ever feel that you cannot achieve what you want to achieve. Believe it, think it, know it. And then I read to you on the back of these beautiful cards that I've had for so long. It's all about color therapy, and they came in a box and they had some CDs, fantastic stuff. This is the kind of wording you want to say to yourself if you feel they're not 100%, this particular chakra area of the third chakra. My body and personality are in harmony. I am strong, confident, and centered. I know who I am and the purpose for which I am here. And I mean, if you said that even once, but certainly throughout the day, I honestly feel you would notice the difference in your energy, and you just feel more alive. You feel more, balanced and vital. Okay, that's the word coming to mind. So I love this for the month of April. It also makes sense because I started by saying that we are still in the retrogrades of Mercury, which is your ruling planet, Virgo. So you're going to feel it, as I would say Virgo, and then all of us anyway, because it happens 3 to 4 times a year. We've been going through this our whole life. We make things happen, but transportation things can be a little bit confusing, or notably something different. A lot more road work being done in the area on the way to work. That's a common one for me, I've found throughout the years. Definitely communication. I stumble over my words anyway, but certainly more during a Mercury retrograde. And then, of course, technology and phones and all the things that, have movement in them, which is the Mercury aspect, the fastest moving planet. So that's the reality, but that is going direct next Monday. So I am extremely excited about that. And yes, it takes a while after that, through the shadowy period, to build back its momentum completely. But that's not it. We still have Venus, okay? And Venus is the planet that has to do so much with all of our senses, the things we love to taste and feel and smell, and the pleasure, the benevolent planet of magic and love and relationships and money and, feeling abundant and prosperous and just super, super happy, right? Well, when it's retrograde, as with Mercury or any planet, it's about internalizing, and how the energies have kind of waned a bit. They're not, or waned, I'm not sure how you would say that, but it slows it down. And man, if you are a Venus-ruled sign like Libra or Taurus, you really notice it. And I am. And I'm just saying, it's been something for the books. There's no getting around it. And it's almost ending as well on the 12th. After that, Gemini, honestly, as far as this confidence and everything else, I mean, the forward motion, and we're in Aries season, one of the most vibrant, fiery, passionate signs, the first sign of the zodiac, will be in Aries season through about the 18th, 19th, when it then goes into Taurus. But it's on, man. It's on. You're going to notice the difference. Hang in there, please. If you know what I'm speaking about everything I've just said. I'm going to put this down here, and I'm going to also collaborate with the chakra, the crystal. Crystals are amazing. They absolutely can help us to heal and build upon different energies and ways to protect ourselves and all the different things. And so for the third chakra, which I love so much, it's the tiger eye gemstone. And the words, it's a solar plexus, like I said, third chakra, and it's confidence, power, and purpose. And to just believe and understand that. Now, the fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And Mars has been all over the place in retrograde and all that. And it went direct last month. But it's in the sign of Cancer. Not completely comfortable. Very emotional. There's more, nitpicking and more like, oh, but what if relationships and just all this very kind of heavier, right? It's going back into Leo on is it the 18th of April? That is the sun-ruled planet that's just all about, it's on, everybody, and it's happy, and I'm going to be seen and heard, and I'm going to be excited, and I'm going to express myself to the best of my ability. But as I said earlier, I was thinking that during the conversation with you, it was about the throat. So in addition to the third chakra that was brought up from spirit, my intuition was saying that perhaps a lot of you are not feeling as comfortable about things you need to say, or you're holding back. And having been like that, and certainly have times like that, I would recommend that you really, really meditate on that, because it can be very debilitating in a way. And by the way, as a Gemini, you're an air sign. So you are so incredibly intelligent and versatile, and you're amazing when it comes to communication, and just the agility of your mind is pretty unmatched, you know. So I want you to recognize that and know that when you feel and trust in your ability to express yourself, and with great purpose, because you have every right to, that's going to free up any kind of maybe hesitation, or, as I mentioned, any feeling that there's a restriction whatsoever, maybe even in the throat chakra. Okay, so I'm going to put in this beautiful tiger eye stone, and we're going to get on with the reading, because like I said, I got a lot of catching up to do. But I am a talker as well as an air sign, your fellow air sign. And I'm going to be doing the 6-card spread today. It's going to be recent, past, present, and future, and then 3 clarification cards. And then also I'm going to finish with another oracle message or 2, okay? And then let you know that, honestly, I feel excited and genuinely optimistic about this month, okay? It's going to be a big one. And all the planets are going to be going direct after the changing of the direction and going stationing forward with the Venus retrograde, which will be on the 12th, as I mentioned. So I'm going to wear this to infuse this reading, and it's going to be about my power and my ability to speak with confidence and, you know, authority, if you will, and get on with the reading. So this is a cute deck that I got, and I really like it. It's very simple, but I love the illustrations. And I have shuffled these, but I'm going to shuffle just a couple more times. And it is called the Small Spells Tarot, okay? With the predominance of cards that have snake in it. And I know now it was a gift from Christmas this past year. And being as we're in the year of the snake in Chinese astrology, I think it was conducive that they gave me that, right? Snake being the year to shed things, you know, like snakes do, because I had a ball python for my son when I gave it to him when he was very young, for about 5 years, and they do that regularly, and you don't want to mess with them, you don't want to disturb them during their shedding time, or molting, or whatever they call it. But the reality is that that's what I'm feeling about this whole slow start of this year, to be completely honest, which is now really like beginning. And they always say that anyway, because Aries represents the beginning of the astrology year, and spring, and the equinox, which we're just had. And not to mention, we just finished the series of eclipses, and we're going to be feeling a little more relaxed from that. But do know that those information and things that were pertaining to the eclipses, Gemini, are going to be with us for about 6 months until the next series comes through. So yeah, things can happen quickly. They can take a while, but we're going to be continually getting the lessons and the information, as I said. So stay tuned for that too. Perhaps you already know, I do for myself. In my situation, I can be honest with saying to you, it has to do with work and the changes going on. So I'm prepared. I'm acknowledging it. I'm accepting it, of course, and I'm wanting to be at peace with everything. And when you put that out there, a lot of times that's exactly what you get back. So on with the reading, the first card, as I mentioned, will be the recent past Geminis, and this is for the full month of April. And we have for you the King of Wands. Wow, there's the fire, ambitious confidence that we were just speaking about. And that is the King, which represents the maturity, no matter what age you are, not necessarily male, but the masculine duality within all of us, feminine and masculine is always in there. We always want to try to balance that the best we can. But that is about assertion, right? When it's masculine, it's more like definite, fiery, ambitious kind of energy. And so I like that a lot. It does have to do, once again, with the fire signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, which I brought up, but we are in Aries season. So even though the Mars has not been in the best sign for, fire signs per se, that's changing this month, like I said. So I can honestly tell you that if you have not already felt it, Gemini, and by the way, Jupiter has been in your sign, and it only comes in our sign every 12 years. So it's going to be in your sign through June 9th of this year, when it then goes into Cancer. Now, any kind of expansion you're wanting, any kind of real important changes, transformations, you write those down. The new moon eclipse in Aries are still vibrating from, literally, because it was just the 29th of March, and it's, March 1st, so that's what, 2 days ago. It was a big one. It's going to be a big one, but it's about starts, fresh starts. What is it you want? What are you dreaming of? Jupiter's magical, it's another benevolent planet. So put that out there. And as I said, write it down. Now, the next card is going to be the present. So this is your recent past coming into this reading, right? And you've just been feeling, I'm very sure, very motivated and ready to take on the world. You have the Ace of Wands. So not only have you had this feeling of I've got this now, I'm feeling like I know where I'm going. I've had a lot of, delays and time to think about it. And so the Ace of Wands, excuse me, I'm sorry, is to me, oh my gosh, I don't know. It's absolutely about beginnings. And Ace has a lot of power to it. It's also part of the court cards, but I love aces because it can be what is, I guess the saying was an ace in your pocket. You've got this wonderful idea. You've got this brilliant connection. It is about networking and all the variables that you want to be doing, especially with Leo going into Mars, because Leo wants to be seen and heard, and they want to be, there are the leaders, they are the actors, they're front and center, and they want to be good at what they do, and they want to boast and brag, and they're very, they have a lot of pride, okay? So that can be part of what you're doing as well. And by the way, the fire and air compatibility is off the charts. It's phenomenal. And there's going to be a lot more of that versus in the last few years and many years when it was more earth and water. We're heading towards the fire and air. So things will be happening this year, and there's so many changes. We'll go into them as I do the readings in the future as well. This is fantastic. This represents everything I'm saying about a new start, a new beginning, and just a whole new trajectory for yourself. The future is Page of Cups. So the pages are messengers, and they're like the beginning. And Cups is about our heart and our feelings. The Cups are the water signs, right? We've got 2 in the Wands, which is the fire and the motivation and spirited aspect. We got to make things happen if we really want them to in life. And that's what fire does. But this is really sweet. So perhaps there's some new development with somebody that you're interested in romantically. Perhaps you're talking to your partner of a lot of years saying, what if we were to consider having a child now? Or perhaps you are going to have a child and you know this and it's due or it's about to be due. And the whole thing is just so incredibly beautiful and exciting. And it's like nothing you'll ever experience again or before, right? Especially if it's your first, right? So I love this so much. But it's new, like I said. So it may not have even just happened yet, but it's going to be something that I think you're going to be very, very much aware of this month. Okay, so I would love to know, because I'm very much about connecting with the community, okay? And if you like what you're seeing and you like the energy with me, please do subscribe and like, because that is essential for me to get this channel growing. And I deeply appreciate it. I really, really do. It means a lot, and it's free. There's nothing you have to pay for. And so let us back up a little bit and do the confirmation for the 3 that I've just pulled for you for the month of April. King of Wands, spectacular, right? Powerful, confident, ready to make your move. You know, you feel like you've been here, you've known enough, you've grown enough, you've learned enough. And for your, the clarification is Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles is interesting because the Ten of Pentacles is the ultimate. That's your goal. This is halfway there. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Anybody that would have at least half of their aspired desire is definitely on the right track, right? And that's how you have to really think about it, because normally with the Rider-Waite-Smith depiction of this, there is, this is so cute, there's a mouse with some cheese and he's got something, but you could use more, right? There's this feeling of I'm not quite satisfied, man. I have more in me. You know, there's a book in me, there's whatever the case may be. As a writer, you might be a writer because you're very creative and talented, as I mentioned, and very, very intelligent. So you're great at teaching and all the different, I could go down the list, you know, on and on about it. But Jupiter's on your side for those things that you want to manifest. And I want to put that out there very, very clearly to you. Just don't get in your own way, okay? And don't be thinking, I'm just not good enough. I'm too old. All the things we tend to do to sabotage ourselves. This is reminding you, you are the king or queen. It doesn't matter. It's not the gender. You have this. You've got everything it takes and more. So I like that came up as a reminder. It's important. And so, yeah, what we think we become many times. So the present, Ace of Wands, what does this mean? What is this new juncture or beginning that you're, oh my goodness, okay. Well, it's pretty special. Let me just put that out there to you. As a confirmation, you have the Four of Wands. Now, this is the card of victory. This is the card of love. It's definitely about stability. Four representing, you know, the four pillars of the table or the chairs of the house, the foundation. You're feeling confident. You're feeling, you know, like you belong. So this is just adding to what already feels amazing in the Rider-Waite-Smith version and illustration. There's a portal, if you will, you know, there's an archway, and through that archway you can see people celebrating and dancing, and there's a castle, and it's just your vision and your manifestation. It's what you're creating in your thoughts and in your actions and in your belief system, your confidence, right? That couldn't be better. That's the present. Keep that kind of energy up, and you're going to really go beyond, above and beyond, Gemini. So then the future, like I said, is the Page of Cups. So you're going to get a message about something, and it could very much have to do with romance. But if not, it's just a feel-good situation where, oh my gosh, I did get that extra raise that I was wanting, you know, and I needed that because I'm considering having a child, or I want to invest in whatever, you know, that the sky's the limit. Just a couple of examples for you. So let's see how to, you know, clarify what that might be exactly. And you have the Hanged Man. Well, the Hanged Man represents a major arcana, which is the very first one you've gotten, but that's powerful. The universe really likes to speak to you mainly through the major arcana. Not mainly, but this is the most important message when it is the major arcanas. It's 12 and that equals 3. So you're working in growth and expansion once again. That's what the number 3 in numerology represents. There's a whole bunch of transformation. And generally, this rose is representing a person hanging from the tree of life. And this is a spider, which means a spider web is pretty amazing. Spiders are incredibly intelligent and very agile as well, right? They're constantly doing things and busy. And it's just a phenomenon in itself, because I don't think any two webs are the same, like a snowflake. But the point is that the spider web attracts things to it. I mean, all the spider has to do is build it, and then they wait, and then it's sticky, and, you know, the bugs and stuff come on it, and there's their food and their sustenance. That's what you've been doing. That's what you are doing with the Ace, and then this Four of Wands of, you know, feeling that stability and knowing your worth and really making it happen. And then this person, normally in another, you know, illustration, is hanging upside down with this huge halo around its head. And there's this wonderful understanding of letting go and trusting and allowing. And that Piscean energy, which is going to be with us for a very long time. And there's been many planets in Pisces, but to simplify it, it's about our perspective. It's about our spirituality, our gifts, our intuition, our caring, our selflessness, you know, just all the wonderful, beautiful things when you feel your best. And well, Neptune had been in Pisces for the last 14 years, and it just went into Aries yesterday. So this is another indication of having your dreams not only be there and you know, utilizing the imagination to create anything you want. It's the Aries energy now to just push it forward and not even think twice. It's happening. Okay, that fiery, confident third chakra. So beautiful, beautiful reading. Very, very positive. And I'm going to finish with the Starseed Oracle, which I really love. It's a beautiful deck, and it's just a word to express the most important aspect for April for all the Geminis, okay? And once again, I love and appreciate you. I hope it's an amazing month. I promise you it's going to feel better, and I think you're going to feel a lot more energy, and as I said many times, things that have been stalled are moving forward, okay? So, and I know you know, most of you know what that means, but if not, just let it be and you'll see, okay? So your last message for April, Gemini, is called Soul's Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Wow. And it says so much of that in your reading. So there's that second indication of the portal that you're walking through now. And you know what that is, you individually. And that's what I love, even as a general reading. You know, there's a lot of Geminis, but you all know what your own real true life purpose is and calling. And it's there for the taking. So please, please, please enjoy it. And thank you again for your time. I look forward to having you come back, and be well and take good care of yourself. Till then, bye for now.